Hello guys, welcome to a legacy video. Okay, but for real, legacy video, hopefully with better audio this time. That's the plan. I've got a new mic thingy, should sound better. Hopefully this is good. Also, big full screen. I've got two monitors now, so this should all be much better. This league will be a double first, in that this is the first video uploaded with the new London Mulligan rule, so people get to see how Dredge works with the London Mulligan. And I played 4 or 5 leagues with it. I've gotten 150, but part of that was done before the Mulligan change. 102 drop, a few 4-1s and a 3-2. Most of them were 4-1s. It's better, that's for sure. The list I've been using recently is as follows, which is the list I was using before the London Mulligan change, but there's been a few changes since the last league, so I will talk about the changes specifically. This is the same 60 as Aurum, except we have one nether shadow in the spot of Golgari Thug. I have tested a whole bunch of leagues with nether shadow now in this slot. I'd say I've probably tested about 30 leagues. Maybe that's more. Maybe that's too many. Maybe it's more like 15 to 20 leagues with nether shadow. It's good. It's good. Whether it's better than the Thug, I'm not sure. There's definitely been games where I've been screwed over by having a nether shadow when I needed a Thug, especially when it's the only dredger. I've been screwed over by that. I had one game actually earlier today where I definitely lost because I hit a nether shadow early and I never hit a Thug. But it has a lot of benefits. For starters, it's a 9th threat main deck, which is good because sometimes your deck's stacked or wrong. I've definitely had games where I've not hit any Narcomoebas or Icarids until I'm down like 30 deep, but I've hit a nether shadow early and I've been able to do stuff. Cast Cabal therapies, make zombies, keep the pressure up, because that's one of the ways you can lose game 1. Also, sideboard, it means I went down to 2 gravestones because I found that I didn't really need them that much. I win lots of games without the gravestone. And what I was doing was I was bringing in 2 gravestones and a dread return. Originally I was bringing in 3. Like, this is against snap surgical matchups, the ones where you bring in gravestone. I was taking out 2 breakthroughs and a Golgari Thug. And when I had 3 gravestones, I was bringing in all 3. And then when I had 2 gravestones, I was bringing in 2 gravestones and a dread return. Now I just cut 2 breakthroughs and bring in 2 gravestones. And then the nether shadow's my other threat. That's hard for them to deal with, because the thing with dread return was, if they surgical your Icarid, they surgical your Narcomoeba, dread return doesn't do anything. But nether shadow does something. Now they can just plow the nether shadow, but they need to have a lot of cards for that, and it discourages them from surgicaling Icarid. Like, if you hit another shadow and an Icarid, they want to surgical the Icarid, but if you've got some bridges and a Cabal therapy, you're just going to return that nether shadow and Cabal therapy them and get some zombies. So maybe just simply the threat of having something else, meaning that people want to surgical something other than the Icarid, because generally it's almost always correct to surgical the Icarids when possible, and the Narcomoebas, but you don't want to surgical the bridges if you can afford it. Maybe that's wrong in Miracles because they have no way to get rid of the bridges otherwise, but generally if you take the Icarids and the Narcomoebas, that's the best 2 things to take, because then the deck's just dead. But nether shadow, well, I mean, you can hardcast Thugs, but that's a bit slow. But nether shadow's like an extra thing, and it's a nice threat diversity. I've been liking it. I had some success with it early on. Yeah, that's the main thing on that. The sideboard, I have cut a wisp mare. I don't know whether I was playing 2 Serenities in the last league. I tried going up to 2 Serenities and 2 claims. I had some awkward games with Serenity, and I kind of missed the wisp mare, so I brought wisp mare back. And then I was running 2 Leyline of Sanctities. The stupid Tormod's Crypt, 4 Tormod's Crypt Phoenix deck seems to have cooled off. Also, so has Lands and Turbo Depths. They've all seemed to cool off online. So what I've done is I've brought in a Wear Tear. I've considered that being another Nature's Claim. I've also considered that being another Wispmare. I opted for Wear Tear just because it's something else. I've definitely had games where that destroy artifact part's been relevant. Even if I've not fused it, the fact that it could destroy an artifact which Wispmare couldn't. I also like the fact that you can get around Chalice with it, which you can't with Nature's Claim. I feel like the matchups where you really want 5 ways to kill Leyline are the Leyline Chalice matchups where they just molt a Leyline. I mean, I'm still bringing in 5 answers anyway, but I don't bring in the claims for anything else really, except like there's never really a time, unless I knew that someone was on like, I don't know, 4 crypts, 4 cages or something stupid, then I'd want 3 claims, but I'm not seeing that online, so I went for a Wear Tear over a 3rd claim here. That's what we're going to be running today, and hopefully it goes well. Alright, let's begin. Snap keep. I have been playing hands like this somewhat differently recently. I used to just jam LED looting turn 1, but recently I've been going looting into Colosseum. If I had a careful study here and not a looting, I think I'd definitely just play the land careful study LED, then save it for next turn. But since I've got the looting, I think I'll go for it. But we'll see what happens now with this Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to play around days here. I'm not sure he has it, but I mean, I've already hit 3 bridges. I don't really lose too much. Okay, he just scoops. He doesn't want to show what he's on. Can't really read too much into that. Pretty standard thing to do would be to go up a Lotus Petal against blue decks. That's alright against things like Storm. That's also alright against Delver decks. Not too great against the control decks, but let's go with that. Can't keep this. Snap keep. Bottom mine. Changing the order of the Nether Shadow, because I think that determines where the Nether Shadow goes in the graveyard. Okay, so this is either Grixis Control or Storm, or okay, Storm. Hopefully he doesn't have a Surgical, though Surgical's not too great here. I should get one of them nice LEDs, to be honest. I say nice, I actually don't like the LED art very much, but it's just that old frame, man, it's so good. What? I reordered the cards and still the nether shadow decides to go there. I'm not sure if there's some way to control that. Not that it matters in this case. If he surgicals my alchemy bit, that kind of sucks. But at the same time, oh, he takes Cabal Therapy. Yeah. Well, at the same time, that means he's down a card. In terms of what it's in his hand. However, awkwardly, this now means that we need to just try and race him. Which is a bit awkward without any Cabal therapies to make zombies this turn. But he did have to use a card in his hand in order to do that. Got 3 Acryds and another shadow going back next turn, so we can hit him for nearly lethal. He's dead next turn, but I expect he'll probably combo off next turn. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Then again, he did just play a land that wasn't a fetch, so maybe he's fetch locked, which would be nice. But generally these ants pretty resilient. Can you kill me? Most likely yes. It's looking dicey. Past in flames? He's gotta do ponders and brainstorms to try and find the even then he's also low on 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got enough storm provided he hits. What's the Hercule's Recall for? Why would he bring that in? Oh my god. I've just been had, guys. Yeah, that's what I mean. Ant's just insane. Insane at doing that. Alright. Well. Out goes another shadow, out goes Icarid, in goes Dreadbaton and Ashen Rider. In comes the Cannibal Study, out comes the 2 Putrid Imps. Actually, I'll keep in a Putrid Imp, take out a Street Wraith. Add a ley line. One of each ley line is what I've been doing. Yeah, that's crazy. If man had surgical and was still able to nah, I can't keep that. Yeah, there we go, this is good. Keep 2 cards. 1, 2. Don't want to put the Icarid on the bottom because there's only 3 in the deck. Oh, he's also on a Malta 5. Okay, that's good. You might have this then. Or he may just have a surgical. No. He does not. And we do not brick on dredges because we're really good. We are really, really good. Hitting the Narcomoeba as well, that's very skilled. I want to hit a bridge. I have 3 I can hit. Okay, hitting 2 Narcomoebas will do, I guess, even if I can't hit a bridge. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna name... Now I've hit 3 Narcomoebas and 2 Cabal Therapies. I guess the card I'm most scared of is Lion's Eye Diamond, because that'll kill me quickest. Yeah. Do I take a Ponder as well? I think I don't. I think I don't. I don't take anything here. I'll take it next turn with the Icarid. I want to put up as much pressure as possible. If he wants to use a Lotus Petal to cast a Preordain or a Ponder, I'm okay with that. But maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's greedy. I have been punished for doing plays like that. Strange that he cast another Preordain and not the Ponder, given that I know that there's a Ponder in his hand. I didn't know that there was a Preordain in his hand until just now. That seems almost definitely incorrect. Puts 2 cards on top. What was the other one? Put 2 cards on bottom, puts 2 cards on top. Okay. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to threaten... I kill him next turn. Almost definitely, even if he surgicals me, unless he's got Echoing Truth. If he's got Echoing Truth, he's not doing anything else next turn. I'm most scared of his hand having something that can go off. I'm going to take Dark Ritual, I think, here. Even though I know he has a Ponder, I don't really care if he ponders, because Ponder's not going to win him the game. Okay. Maybe he wasn't expecting me to put that much power out. If he manages to win, well played. Ad nauseum's insane. Ridiculous deck. But I don't think you can... I don't think you can. Maybe... what if you drew into like LED... It's not likely. What could his best 4 be? Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, easy game. Oh, I need to stop the recording. Oh, I stop and then immediately find the next match. That's good. JHK. I've played against him before, I think. No. I actually am quite a big fan of hands like this, I think. I'm inclined to keep this, just because it's got an Icarid, it digs reasonably far into the deck, it's got a Putrid Imp, it puts pressure out. I'm going to keep it. But if I just get my Putrid Imp force, this is terrible. I'm a bad player. Anything is possible. Discard, cycle, dredge, put another shadow at the bottom of the pile. Discard an Icarid. Return Nether Shadow. Return Ichrid. Dredge Grave Troll. Awesome. See, this is why I'm not too bothered about keeping hands like this, even though we've got only not even 20 cards deep into the deck. If you hit one Cabal Therapy and one Bridge, having an Ichrid and a Putrid Imp's really good. The fact that he's pausing on this makes me think that he's probably a blue-white deck. Oh. What does that even mean? Elves? Strange that he'd take that and not the Ichrid. He just took more damage for no real reason. Perplexing. I'm gonna act like it's elves. I'm gonna take Green Suns actually, because whatever deck it is, if it's running Dryad Arbor, it'll also be running Green Suns on it. Whoa, crop rotation. Do I take that? I mean, I guess if he had Bojuka Bog in the deck, he'd have used it. Maybe I should just take the Heritage Druid as well, though, so he doesn't have a turn 1 elf. Yeah, that seems right. I'm gonna play as if he had Bojuka Bog, he'd have Bojuka Bog me there. There's no reason not to. Oh snap! I misplayed there. I could have discarded 2 cards at end step to trigger the Nether Shadow. That was my mistake. I'm still not the best at using Nether Shadow yet. But what I should have done there was I should have discarded 2 cards at the end of his turn. And then I could have got Nether Shadow back. Right, I'm just going to take crop rotation out of sound. Apologies for the text field coming out of the side there. That's a Linux bug when 2 monitors. But I think the text field not being visible is a small price to pay for having the whole screen and not seeing my taskbar at the bottom. Okay, so he drew Guy's Cradle, so he's got nothing, but I need to remember to discard. Now see, we'd have killed him last turn if we remembered the Nether Shadow. I'm going to look like a right lemon if he combos off, but I don't think there's any card he can draw here that will allow him to combo off, given that we know what's in his hand. Alright, so Elves is actually quite awkward now because they bring in ley lines, so I'm just going to bring in all my enchantment removal. In fact, I'm not going to bring in Serenity, I don't think. Given that we now have the London Mulligan and it's not a Chalice deck, the only card that it really deals with is Leyline. So I'm just going to bring in these 4. Take out Nether Shadow. You take out Nether Shadow when they're playing hard hate that's not surgical, just because it's your thug replacement basically. I kind of want to take out an Icarus, but it's good in the matchup. I'm going to take out the Putrid Imps because it's kind of a race. Maybe a Street Wraith. See the Street Wraith or Icarus. The other option is a Careful Study, but I really like keeping Careful Studies in, especially against leyline decks, just because they allow you to dig sometimes. I think I'll take an Icarus out. This is generally my I want to bring in 4 cards, but I also want to go fast type sideboarding. This is not what we want. He mulligans. I mulligan. Oh, that's tempting. If it had a rainbow land, I'd keep it. If it had a dredger, I'd keep it. But it's missing 2 things that we need. Okay, this is good. Put a card on the bottom. We don't need this many breakthroughs. And I'm going to put a Nature's Claim on the bottom. If we get double leylined, oh well, we're bad. Because what I want to do is go Wisp-Mare into land, breakthrough. So land Wisp-Mare, land breakthrough 1, then breakthrough the turn after. That's the game plan. Hope he doesn't kill us by then. Or get Scavenging Ooze. Cast with Evoke. See, this is why I like Wisp-Mare, particularly now that Elves is running leyline, because you wouldn't want a Serenity, but Wisp-Mare comes down and does the job. And it gets round Chalice if it has to, and can't be flustered. Can't be Spell Pierced. It's just alright, not that the decks with Fluster and Spell Pierce are really running. Okay, I think we lose this game now. Yeah, when this happens I don't really know what to do. You just sort of have to hope they mess up. I'm just gonna break through X's 1, whatever. Any smart player will never let you get anything in the graveyard. They'll just leave all their mana up, and they will keep exiling everything that you put in the graveyard that's relevant. But the longer you wait, the worse it gets. You want to try and get them on a turn while they're not doing anything. It's gonna eat my grave troll. Get me up. Alright. I should have probably kept the Street Wraith in hand actually, so I could have tried to protect the Grave Troll. That would have probably been smart, though not that it would have worked, it wouldn't have worked. Cast an Archimedes, I guess. See, this is the problem with the Elves matchup now. They leyline you and then they drop Scavenging Ooze. It's just hard. He did have the Scoos in hand. I'm just going to chomp that. Need to keep the life total up. I'm going to skip that. Mulligan. Now this is it. Put an Archamoeba on the bottom of our deck. Snap keep in before we get double ley lined. This is as good as it gets on a multi 6 against ley line decks. It does get much better than that, especially on the play. This is just exactly what we want to see. Once again, Serenity, if we had it here, awful. Nature's Claim, amazing. Wispmare, amazing. Oh, poor man's mulliganing to 3. How sad he must be. He's like, oh no, he's kept to 6. That must mean he has a way to kill him leyline. Poor man. Poor man. It's like, how can I keep my 3? I'll laugh if we still get double leyline though. Alright. I don't want to wait here, even though we've got a second breakthrough in hand. I'm just going to go for it because I don't want to risk him potentially having some way to drop a skews, and sometimes you just got to trust the deck to just do what you want, which it has very kindly done what we want. We only have 2 Narcomoebas left in the deck, awkwardly, but next time we got an Icarid. Unless they literally just go land Scavenging Ooze, I think we're in a good spot here. But we could just get absolutely outskilled here. Okay, that's what we want. Now I'm going to do this before drawing. Technically I should have done this with the Icarid triggers on the stack probably, but it didn't matter because we had enough dredges that I wouldn't have needed to eat any of the best ones. Wow. There we go. How many bridges have we hit? 2. Not the best, but that means that we'll be pretty good next turn. Do we put a bridge on the bottom? Don't think so. There we go. That's what we want to hit. Right, let's take what's in his hand. I do not want him to have Green Sun Zenith. Okay. What I'm going to do, because I want to put down as much pressure as possible, but once I've got enough zombies, I don't really care if he trades. I'd be happy for him to trade, because then I'll get zombies and I'll get a creature off his side of the board. So I'm happy to swing here rather than and lose the bridges. But generally elves players don't block. That's the thing you'll notice, because they know that they need as many creatures as possible or else they'll just lose, because the deck's so much of a snowball deck. Alright, we win another game. That was a good match against elves. We got exactly what we want, and that's the power of the London Mulligan. You saw it right there. We could put back the card we didn't want on the bottom of the Narcomoeba, and we could keep what was basically a perfect 6. Like if you mulled to that 6 in before with the old Mulligan rules, you'd probably lose your mind. You'd be like, oh my god, this is perfect. But with the London Mulligan rule, you're like, you get greater number of chances. Obviously that's common sense, but I think that was a really good demonstration of the strength of the rule there. Yeah. Anyway, we're doing well so far. Hopefully we can keep it up. Right, time for match 3. Aaron Relentless. I've seen this man on a multitude of decks. I've seen him on black-red. I've seen him on... what have I seen him on? Black-red, Turbo Depths, black-red. Yeah, that's what I've seen him on. I'm going to keep this hand anyway. This hand's good. Doesn't seem to be on black-red. Maybe he's on Turbo Depths, which I just hate. I just hate the matchup. Makes me sad. Just thinking about Turbo Depths. Oh god. Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. This sort of play makes me think. Because it's very possible that we could have a hand that's like completely resilient to this. So if he had a crop rotation, I think he'd have just tried to make me play into it, because he's played against me before. This is the only deck I play on Modo. That'll do. That's not going to work. It's not going to work at all, my friend. Right, that'll work. That works. Somewhat awkward. Right, we don't brick on Dredge just because we're really skilled. Scardic Red and Golgari Grave Troll. Play a land. I'm going to take Vampire Hexmage here because that's always the most annoying card. And that opener makes me think that maybe he has a Hexmage. Okay, he doesn't. His hand is nothing. I'm mostly just scared of him drawing crop rotation, because that would really suck. Okay, he top decks Dark Depths. But that does mean that he can potentially kill me. Oh god. That's not good. Ugh. 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 I need to hit off of this grave troll. I need to hit an Archimedes or else I lose. That's not an Archimedes. It's not an Archimedes at all. See, this is what I mean about the turbo depth matchup. Sometimes you can just play it well, and you just still lose. Like, even if you can play around the crop rotations, you still just get got like this by the man top decking dark depths. But he's had so many. The thing was, he had so many live top decks there. Any dark depths, any crop rotation. That's a lot of trolls. So you can't even blame the man. You can't even be angry. It's just a very consistent deck. Is there anything else I can do here? Well, let's just attack. See what he does. He'll probably make the dark depths token. Like, I don't think there's anything I could have done to play this game differently. Like, Vampire Hexmage seemed like the correct name there. None of the other cards I could have named were even relevant. Because he has a Sajiri step. Just straight up dead. I'll pretend like I'm not. Sometimes that works. And we lose to Sajiri step. Yeah, we needed to hit an Archimedes so we could hardcast the Stink Read Imp, and then we would have been able to save ourselves. But that would have been quite lucky. In comes Dredge, in comes Leyline of Sanctity. Leyline of Sanctity in this matchup has gotten a lot better, because before sometimes you'd mold to hands and you'd be like, ugh, Leyline of Sanctity is really clunky, I just need all the cards in my hand. But now with the London Mulligan, Leyline of Sanctity is better. I'm going to take out a Nether Shadow, I'm going to take out an Icarid. Apologies, I've got a bit of a cough. Take out a Careful Study. I tend to leave in Putrid Imps against crop rotation decks, just because if they crop rotation bog you, you still have a Putrid Imp to discard a card to keep going. It's a bit awkward for them. Okay, this is a snap keep. Because we go Lion's Eye Diamond, Colosseum, Lion's Eye Diamond, Flashback Looting, Crack, Lion's Eye Diamond, Colosseum, and then we take crop rotation out of their hand and hope they don't top deck Bajuka Bogs like the gods they probably are. The good thing is we are resistant to a surgical with this hand because we have two different dredges. Guys like, getting dredged. Cheese deck. Not even a good deck. Why don't people play good decks like Turbo Depths? Dredge is just for noobs. Noob deck. I'm gonna take if I take Lotus Petal and Sylvan Scrying, he actually can't do anything except top deck Bog. Or Dark Depths. That seems good. I'm gonna take that, and then I'm not gonna reanimate Ashen Blight. I could make a 5/5, but I'd rather wait and blow up whatever they take. So I'm gonna take Lotus Petal, and I'm gonna take Sylvan Scrying, and then I'm gonna pass turn. Okay, he scoops it up. He didn't even keep a hand with crop rotation, which was a bit strange. Run it back. Hope to high roll the Leyline of Sanctity. The thing is, you could even the thing is, because I've been like, this is great. The thing is, you can start Leyline of Sanctity and still lose. I've lost many games where I've kept a decent hand like this. Open Leyline Sanctity, and they've just gone turn 1 Urborg, turn 2 Dark Depths Hexmage, and just lost because they then followed it up with like Sajiri Step and Abrupt Decay your blocker or something. It's just really awkward, but this is really good because the Leyline protects ourselves from getting thought seized or whatever. No. I always normally forget that and get hosed. I'm just like, Pithing Needle, okay, that does nothing here. Then I'm like, oh, my Putrid Imp. If he's smart, he'll Surgical the Stinkweed Imp now. And that would be annoying. But maybe he's not playing Surgical. Oh, that's annoying. The card short. I probably shouldn't have played out that Colosseum in that case. I also should not have just gone to attacks. I should have done the dredging first. I'm just making mistake after mistake. Because I missed a damage there. I doubt it will be relevant, but... Oh, that's really nice if I can hit a Drib Return. Oh wait, I've already hit the Drib Return. Ha ha ha. Is he going to try and bog me? Yes. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Got him. Absolutely got him. Tricked. Play of the game. Play of the game. Ooh. 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 That makes me happy. Oh, that's tickled me, I must say. I'm glad you got to experience that. That is why you play Leyline of Sanctity. For exactly that cheese moment. I'm gonna reanimate the Ashen Rider now, just because I want more damage, and them swinging with a 2020 is like generally it's not too much of a big deal. I like keeping him off mana seems better here. I'm gonna take Urborg just because it fixes his mana. Yeah. Missed the ley line. Like, not trying to cheese on him, but how do you miss the ley line? Well, a better thing to say would be, oh, I didn't realise ley line stops bog, which is not like, surely he knew that I had a ley line in play. It's really obvious. He was on the play, so he'd have seen the ley line come down. I don't know. What he means to say is, oh, I forgot how bog works. But yeah, we managed to choose a match against Turbodats because of our opponent's mistake. To be honest, I think we probably had that anyway, even though I was playing pretty badly. Yeah, we're doing really well so far. Start recording. Okay. Yeah, match 4. I was going to say I have recorded a few leagues that I've not uploaded. I recorded one with that Star City Games list that I didn't upload, mostly because it was recorded with the old microphone. I'm thinking of redoing it now because I thought, oh, I can just get a little adapter thingy to fix the audio. I'm gonna mull this. It's close, but it's awkward if you don't hit a dredger off the street wraith with the draw. This is better. Yeah, there's but my intention was always I'm gonna upload this league however I do, even if I just lose the next two. I don't try to just upload leagues where I do well. There was one league that I did that didn't go very well. I misplayed quite badly. I was still planning on uploading it, but there were some issues with the recordings of it. I would prefer to upload videos where the play is good, so people can. But there is obviously value in seeing bad play, so you can see what not to do. Okay, we're drawing like gods. Please don't cancel my putrid imp. MK89. What's he on? Probably Storm, would be my guess. Let's check the spreadsheet. He's not in my spreadsheet. I've played against him before though. I'm not sure what this little trophy portrait thingy is for. I received it. It just sort of showed up in my avatar section, and don't know why, but I equipped it because I had just had the Bird of Paradise before, and they gave me a Raoul that is it Planeswalker guy, but I hate Planeswalkers. And I think, what is this? Oh, okay, I thought it was going to surgical my stinkweed up there and I was going to lose my mind, but we are safe. Okay, so that means we're against either Shadow or we're against Grixis Control, both of which are great matchups, so feeling pretty pumped, feeling pretty stoked. Let's cast the Faithless Looting. Gets forced, that's great. Cast another Faithless Looting. He's like, shit, what do I do? Just been outsmarted. You discarded Strix as well, which is great for us. Next time we can flashback looting, which I think I'll do. Oh, it's bug. Maybe it's food chain. That wouldn't be good. Or maybe I'll just cast Stinkweed Imp. Sacrifice it to Cabal Therapies. Get some zombies. I don't know what's going on here and I don't like it, and the fact that he's left all that mana up thinks maybe he's got a counter spell. So I expect whatever counter spell he has probably can't counter a hard cast Stinkweed Imp, because it's probably like Spell Pierce or something. So I'm just going to do that. Maybe it's Snap Caster that he's got. No, he'd probably have pushed his own Snapcaster in response to that. I'm going to name Snapcaster just because I've got no idea what else is. Oh. This is the guy that plays the bug deck that's also a reanimator deck. Okay, I'm going to name Animate Dead here. Go Mega Angler. I'm going to take that. Yeah, I don't want him casting that. Or having it in his hand in case he draws something like Brainstorm. Oh my god. Outskilled. Oh no, all four. All four of the bridges. I just got brutalised for not casting Faithless Looting before combat. That's certainly something. Wow. It's not good. That makes it really awkward if he does find a way to bring Gristlebrand back. But not unwinnable. Especially given we have all our Narcomoebas still in the deck. Alright, that's good. Yeah. Please shuffle. Good. Keep shuffling, please. Oh no, this is bad. Means he's probably put an Animate Dead on top of his deck, I expect. Still got 2 Cabal Therapies in the deck. I'm going to take Snapcaster because if he's smart he won't put Animate Dead on top. Oh my god, he drew the Animate Dead? Is he crazy? Okay, well now I'm going to flashback looting. Now I can give myself a few cards left in deck, or yeah, I'm going to Dredge Troll, leave myself 2 cards left in deck. Any order, discard 2. I'm actually going to discard a Stinkweed Imp and a Golgari Thug because I might want to cast the Stinkweed Imp, and I might want to exile the other Stinkweed Imp to. That makes me think that he's got another Animate Dead on top. Honestly, the fact that he's done that, but whatever. We should win next turn anyway, even if he does animate a Gristlebrand here. That was bad misplay by him. I mean, we still have won, but yeah. The worst thing we did here was we shouldn't have let our bridges get exiled like that, but in the end we are better lucky than good, or just better at using Ponder. Maybe there was some reason that he had to draw the Ponder. Maybe it was off the shuffle. I don't know. I'm gonna have a look at this list online because I literally don't have a clue what they grave hate in, and I don't want to get just ley lined out of nowhere. If it's just surgicals or if it's just crypts, I expect it will be surgicals. I have nothing against looking up lists that are not standard in the slightest. It's always good, especially when you're doing well in a league. There's some value in playing like you're in real life and you can't just look at deck lists, but there's also a lot of value in being able to just look up what is going on. Alright, there are no lists involving Leovold, Animate Dead and Gristlebrand. That is annoying. Don't know what to do about that. It's not World Gorge Dragon combo, I don't think. I'm going to bring in the Gravestones because it turns off Surgical and it turns off Animate Dead. Take out an Icarid. Take out a Breakthrough. I kind of want to keep the Nether Shadow in because it's surgical deck, but I also don't want to, because I want to go quick because it's a reanimated deck. Yeah, this is a little odd. Not gonna lie. But bringing in the Silent Gravestone seems great here because it turns off Snapcaster and it turns off Animate Dead. Maybe they're running Exhume as well. But how can you fit in that many slots? You know, how can you fit in Force and Leovold, 61 cards? Evidently you can't fit everything in. Oh, this is good. Keep. Yeah, I'm going to slow roll this, hopefully draw another land as well. I know this is on the draw. The sort of Lion's Eye Diamond Colosseum hands are okay. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe he's just got Flusterstorm. Or maybe he just wanted to break through end of turn. Either way, hopefully we draw a land next turn. We could in upkeep. No, we couldn't. We wouldn't have enough cards. Don't do that. We need to take a draw step. The best thing we could draw being a land here, or breakthrough is great as well. Or careful study. Any of those cards is good. But land or breakthrough is what we want to draw. That's pretty good too. So the ordering of this matters a lot. Cycle Street Wraith, Crack Lion's Eye Diamond. See, what you can do is you can cycle Gargari Thug first, and then you'll have 2 blue. The other option is that you can crack Colosseum in response, and then you're guaranteed a dredge after. I'm going to do that one, just because I think it's slightly better overall, and try to hedge into drawing a blue spell that you can cast afterwards is not that likely. Can't do anything with that. I'll just pass the turn. I expect he's probably going to push his own Baleful Strix, which is fine. We'll force him to push his Strix by sacrificing the Icarid to Cabal Therapy in our first main phase. And then I think we'll take something like, I don't know, Snapcaster Mage, Fatal Push, something like that. I don't even know what this deck runs, I haven't got a clue. Another shadow at the bottom. He's really thinking about, do I want to push the Strix? Maybe he's thinking, do I want to let him see my hand? Know that I've got 5 surgicals. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Alright, I'm going to take Snapcaster Mage. There it is, World Gorger Dragon combo. Okay, that's a problem. Oh shit, I missed. Oh, God's sake. I thought it was post combat. Not very smart. Might lose because of that. Awkward. Awkward, awkward, awkward. Maybe based on the fact that it's World Gorger Dragon combo, it might be better to actually bring in the ley lines as well. Am I dead? What is the one card they could have? Entomb. Ooh. Okay. Snapcaster into Brainstorm. Maybe he's got 2 animators. I don't think he's going to win this though, thankfully. The fact he's thinking a lot about this makes me think that we've got this. Awesome! We did it. We beat World Gorger Dragon combo by high rolling one of our 2 silent gravestones. Awesome. We're doing really well. Hopefully we can get... Alright. The all important match. I do find I play a bit tighter on stream. Is this guy... he plays lots of stuff. I'll keep this. Does lots of stuff. We need to hit a dredger, but it's somewhat awkward if we don't hit another land or a dredger. But I trust the deck. Just believe. The deck is not behaving. The worst is when you keep a hand like this and then your gemstone mines just dies and you're like, oh, I wish it was a City of Brass. Why are we playing 3 gemstone mines? What is this? What is this? This is suspicious. I don't like the look of that. If I had a land that wasn't a gemstone mine, we need to find a second land. Oh, not that land. God's sake. Any land but that one. He's like, ugh, I can't bog him. Maybe it was correct just to... Nah, no. Let's take it slow. No rush. No rush. Oh my god, I'm not getting bogged. Well, that's a relief. Maybe I'm getting... Maybe it's bug depths. Ooh, suspicious. Maybe it's ant. Might be ant. Could be Grixis control. Could be actually anything, pretty much. It has to be something that's playing black or green, really, doesn't it? Seems like I've got him in my spreadsheet on bug reanimator. So if we play against that 2 games in a row, that would be funny, wouldn't it? It is. It's the same damn deck. Crikey. Please, I beg of you, give me a land. Ugh. Ugh. For God's sake, what is this? This is really awkward. I think we just break through here. And then if it resolves, it resolves. And then we've got an Icarid next turn. He's not threatening to reanimate anything right now, so we can play it slow. I don't want to get my looting counted or something. Also, this dig's a bit deeper if I wait till the upkeep. He digs an extra. Leovold does not stop me dredging, I'm afraid. Nice try though. It's an important thing to remember when you're playing the deck. Leovold does not stop you just going ham. Remove that, then upkeep, crack this, target myself. He's probably thinking, ha, the fool. But no, that's not how it works, I'm afraid. Leovold is very annoying in that he makes it so that we can't really favourably hit him with Cabal therapies. That's the one thing Leovold does do. Maybe we should just, because we've got multiple therapies here, maybe let's just hit him with some. This is kind of bad, but also kind of alright, because he draws the card first. Let's take that Fate Push. 3 ponders. That seems worth taking. I'm going to attack with Icarid. See if he trades, because I'd rather not give him another draw. I'm happy to trade bridges for that. Okay, I'm going to take your 3 ponders. It's a bit risky doing this. But if he just draws him to Torax, then it's not so bad. Actually, I don't want to. I might want to do something post-combat, depending on what he does. I'm not sure cracking a fetch to Abrupticate Zombie's worth it here, but maybe in his mind it is. Worst thing you can draw is animate dead. Alright. I think I want to bring in one ley line as well. Take out one street wraith. Just have a separate ways to hose reanimation. Maybe that's overboarding, but I feel like this matchup's kind of hard to lose otherwise, and it also turns off Snapcaster Surgical. So it kind of has double. Thing is, siding in one ley line is kind of pretty free. Like, if you get it in the opener, it's in the opener. If not, it's not. Replacing a street wraith can be annoying if you draw it and you've only got one enabler and you needed the street wraith to make it keepable, but this is not what we want. This wouldn't have been keepable even if it was a street wraith. Mulligan. Yeah, this is good. Put a card on the bottom. Bridge. Yeah, it kind of sucks. It's not terrible though. If he doesn't take the lion's eye diamond, he's a fool, to put it politely. That's good. I think I'm just going to slam cast that. Just because he's got to deal with it if he wants to try and combo off. EE on 1. Ooh, spicy. Actually outskilled though. Strange he'd let me have a draw step. That wasn't very smart. I want to see what's going on. Let's take animate dead because he's going to take my silent gravestone. There's nothing going on. Well, the Pewtrimp's going to die, so may as well. Oh, I should have flashback Cabal therapy. Oh wait, no, I couldn't have done that. It's somewhat awkward because he's going to get a Tomb Stalker. Actually, what's the delve on Tomb Stalker? 6. No, he won't get a Tomb Stalker. He'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the Tomb Stalker's pretty far off, so I'm just going to do that and take Snapcaster Mage. I expect he'll probably cast the Snapcaster Mage in response. Okay, evidently he wants the Tomb Stalker, which seems like a mistake because he's not very close to casting that. Ah, that'll let him cast Tomb Stalker. Maybe we're just going to die to Tomb Stalker. Oh wait, no, he's a mana off. Ha. 1, 2. Oh wait, no, he's not. He can cast Tomb Stalker now. Oh yeah, I forgot that these other ones will tap for their colours. Maybe we should have took Tomb Stalker. Snapcaster Mage is annoying though. It's hard to say. The main annoying things at the moment is the Baleful Strix because it makes it really hard for us to That's good, that's what I wanted to draw because that will block the Tomb Stalker. I think I just want to discard these two. Just going to pass the turn here, no point attacking with anything. Somewhat annoying we can't get rid of the Stroke of Genius out of his hand, but whatever. Happy to block there. I'm going to swing with just the Icarid this turn, I think. till I amass a few more zombies. Awesome. Another Icarid here is great. I do have to be careful that we don't brick on dredges in the graveyard, because we're looking a bit light on them. I'm just going to swing with this. Awesome, that's what I was wanting him to do. If only that was a street wraith. Right, he's going to draw 2. It's not that big of a deal. Somewhat annoying, but it's whatever. Make me draw 2. Okay, I got no idea what's in his hand now. I just wanted to keep swinging with the Tombstalker, to be honest. It's somewhat annoying he didn't. Now, how ballsy do I feel? I think we just have to YOLO. We've not seen that many dredges. Alright, better lucky than good. I'm just going to swing with everything. Just go for it. Could get blown out by Snapcaster Mage, but it's not the end of the world. Could also get blown out by another E, but it's not a major blowout. Yeah, I was really tempted not to return the second Icarid there, but sometimes you just have to trust the deck. Look at how many cards we've hit, and we've only hit a few dredges. There's still quite a number. Like, there would have been 3 Stinkweed Imps, a Grave Troll, 3 Golgari Thugs still in the deck that we hadn't hit. That's somewhat annoying, but I don't think that'll lose us the game because we've got so many things in play. Awesome. Excellent. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Great stuff. We're happy with that. We got a bit lucky, but I think overall that was played pretty solid. Even if I do say so myself. I find I do play a bit tighter when I'm recording because I have to talk through what I'm playing, and then by talking through what you're playing you do less silly mistakes. I mean, I still made a few silly mistakes there. I could have definitely played that better than I did, but there wasn't anything that was so bad that it mattered. So yeah, that was a good league. I hope that was a good demonstration of the power of the new Mulligan rule in the deck, and also you got to showcase Nether Shadow there. See what a good boy he is. He's a decent little card. I'm still not sure 100% if I like it in the list. I've been tempted to cut it recently, but I thought I'd leave it in just to allow us to try it out, because it's been what I've been playing with it recently. Yeah, that's all.